Hey there, Gabriel Brafato here from GB Voice Academy, and welcome to your daily accent reduction workout routine. If you're looking to master the American accent, whether it's work-related reasons or personal reasons, or whether you've relocated to America, this is the place to be. Now, today we're going to be focusing on the Eastern European accent, that transition between the Eastern European sound to the American sound. Now, if you're not Eastern European, before you click that dial to turn me off, I think a lot of what I say here is going to be relevant to you as well, no matter what accent you are, Indian, Spanish, whatever. Check this out too, because it's going to be very beneficial to you. Look versus look. Go, call. And like I say in all my videos, in order to master the American accent, you need to look at this like going to the gym. You got to work out the muscles. Consider me a personal trainer, and this is your workout routine. Like that famous Russian proverb goes, repetition is the mother of all learning. And man, that is something that I go by 100%. That, I would say, is the foundation to my methodology. Practice makes perfect. Stick around, because by the end of this video, we're going to be going through the actual workout. Do this every day, build the muscle, master the American accent. I have a lot of clients that are Eastern European, specifically Russian, and we're going to be covering the most common issues or the most common challenges they have on hitting these American target sounds. So without further ado, let's get to it. The first target sound that Eastern Europeans tend to miss is the 12 target. And if you're wondering what that is, I'll explain it here, but I also have it in my 5-star best-selling accent reduction link down below, which is the course that's taking the world by storm, and it explains the whole map system. But let me tell you what the target 12 is. This is the ah target, as in opera. Ah. Now this is a challenge for a lot of Eastern Europeans. They tend to go opera, dog, doctor. Everything tends to be sort of tight and here versus ah. So how do we make that transition from the sound to the ah sound? Right? Doctor, doctor. What I want you to do is imagine that you're yawning. Oh, you see how that opens up the throat? Ah, it's a really open sound. Now we're leaving the comfort zone of the right? Because this is very comfortable for Eastern Europeans. Doctor, dog, long. But you need to be able to open that up. Ah. So let's make that transition from the to the ah together by opening your throat. So let's use a word, for example, opera, right? Opera, opera. So opera, 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 opera. See how big that is? Now, if I were to remove your hearing, if you were not able to hear me, where would it vibrate? Really down sort of here in this area. It really opens that word up. So here comes the exercise. Let's go through some 12 targeted sounds. We're going to do the version that Eastern Europeans do, and then the American 12 target. So we make that transition. So here we go. Hot, 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 right? Hot. Open that right up. Imagine there's a floor that just drops down. Right? Hot. It's hot in here versus it's hot in here. Hot. Next word. On. On versus on. Don't worry, I'm on it. Don't worry, I am on it. Get used to that weird sound. This is a sound you're probably thinking, well, I can't be expected to go out in public making this sound. People will laugh at me. But if you want to embrace the American accent, this is the target you got to hit. Next one. All. All versus all. All of us, all of us. Drop that 12. Long versus long. Long, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. There you go. You see how the more you hit it, the more your body doesn't fight you, doesn't resist the 12. By practicing it, your body will eventually embrace it. Next one. Call, call. Give me a call versus give me a go, call. Right? The next target issue that we have here is the I sound, which in my target map system is target 7. I, as in sit. I. It vibrates in front of my teeth. I. What Eastern Europeans tend to do is a sort of sound that sort of comes, it's caught back here in the throat. I. I. So, for example, let's look at the word sit. I versus sit, sit, sit. So what we want to do is we make the transition between the U to the E. And you notice it sort of vibrates in front of my teeth versus back here in my throat. So let's make that transition. Sit, 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 sit. You see how that is? It's a very tight forward sound. I feel it vibrating in front of my teeth versus sit, which is sort of caught up in my throat. So let's go through some words together, shall we? In versus in. With versus with. Which versus which. See the difference? Big difference. If versus if. Him versus him. Now this is a challenge for almost every accent I teach. A good trick is this. Put your hand under your throat. When you feel tightness, then you know that you're not hitting a 7. But if you feel complete relaxedness, that all your muscles in here are completely mushed and relaxed, then you're hitting it correctly, right? In, with, which, is, versus in, with, which. So if it sounds strange to you and doesn't sound American enough, check the bottom of your throat to see if you're tightening up the target 7. Okay, let's go to another target that Eastern Europeans have issues with, which is the target, target 10. As in look. The Eastern Europeans tend to go look. Ooh. Everything again tends to tighten up and close. Look versus look. How do we make that transition? You need to open your mouth up and pucker more. Look, look. So let's make that transition together. Look, 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 look. Notice my mouth is a little open. There's a pucker, look, right? So let's go through some of these words with the 10 target. We'll go from the Eastern European sound to the American. So, good, good. Could, could. Should, should. So you notice the mouth is more open, it's more relaxed down here, it's not as tight. Would, would. More relaxed, more open, more puckered. Book, book. Book, book. Took, took. Took. So in general, you notice that the American sound tends to be more open, more relaxed, and more forward sounding versus tight and caught up in here. That seems to be the pattern, isn't there? Good. All right, next target challenge is the target, what we call target 1, which is the target. Very common target. We hear this all the time. It's a very forward, high sound. It vibrates up here. What the Eastern Europeans tend to do is I. So for example, hat, hit. It gets caught here versus going up and over the nose and right up into the forehead. What I like doing is I like considering smiling and brightening that sound. It's like you're going na 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 na. That is a target 1. And again, it feels weird. It feels like you gotta be kidding me. I can't go out in public making that sound. But that's how the Americans do it. Fantastic. Happy birthday. Wow. See what I mean? Now, let's go through some of those transitions. Let's make that transition from hit to hat. Remember, rising up and forward. So, hit, hat. It's got a nasal quality too, right? Right, let's go for some words. Here we go. It, at. Have. Head, had, had. Very bright. After, after. Bick, back. So the key to all of this is to making what feels weird, and you gotta be kidding me, I cannot make that sound out in public, normal. And the more you practice it, the more your body won't fight you. And you'll be able to hit those 1s and those 12s. Because remember, when you miss a target, it could be a completely different word. So it's important that we practice this on a daily basis so your body won't fight you and we'll be able to hit those transitions. This is the gym. I'm your trainer. This is how we master the American accent. Repetition is the mother of all learning. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be producing more of these videos ongoing so you'll be able to work out right here at GB Voice Academy. I also have a link to my 5-star best-selling accent reduction training program that is taking the world by storm. And the link is below. You'll see thousands of testimonials all over the world and how it's helped them master the American accent.